Alright, another beautiful day in Kyoto. Just kind of love this random person's tiny balcony with this fake grass. I often see the lady doing stuff there. Alright, so before I start the video, quick shout out to my buddy Aaron. Thank you so much for your feedback on the videos. Your endless positivity is refreshing and inspirational to me. So sending you lots of love from Kyoto. Alright, so anyways, I wanted to do a quick video on sharing why it's important to be a quote-unquote yay-sayer. So we all know what a naysayer is. A naysayer is somebody where you share them with your idea and your inspirations and your dreams in life, and they say, oh yeah, that's a fine idea, but they always love to say but you're gonna fail because of X, Y, and Z, and oh, that's foolish, it's not practical, and blah, blah, blah. They give you like a bajillion reasons why you're gonna fail or why your idea is stupid. So to me, naysayers are some of the most toxic people, and you should ruthlessly cut them out of your lives, even though they may be friends, family, co-workers, blah 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 blah. So generally my suggestion is to slowly start to distance yourself from these people by blocking their phone numbers or just politely declining their invitations to meet up. And the more you distance yourself from negative people, the more positive you'll be. This is like one philosophical thing that I've actually read, is that it's better to subtract negative people from your life than add positive people from your life. It's kind of like a Zen philosophy thing where so for example, one negative naysayer can offset 10 positive people in your life. And I think subtraction is generally easier than addition. It's hard to find 10 positive people in your life that's going to motivate you and encourage you, but we all know who those naysayers or negative people is in life. So for example, like one of the worst negative people in my life that I personally had was my dad, and essentially I cut him out of my life by blocking his phone number and his emails and whatever, and I've been a lot happier since. So the opposite of a naysayer is a yay-sayer. So a yay-sayer is somebody who tells you reasons why you will succeed. They give you ideas on, suggestions on how you could do something better. They give you motivation, they give you optimism. They say you could do it, and it's awesome, because after you talk to a yay-sayer, it's like a huge breath of fresh air. Is that like, especially in today's world, I think today's internet world, especially like, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, the media, blogs, blah, blah, it's also negative and toxic. Nobody really has anything positive to say or to do. And the reason why the internet is, and modern day living is such a toxic world, is that that's what gets page views, that's what gets clicks, that's what gets eyeballs, and humans are naturally risk averse, so anything that's controversial or negative is going to get more eyeballs, and therefore that's more money for advertisers and advertising dollars, because, and that's honestly the way it's always been with TV and stuff. Like, you watch the news on TV, even if you watch CNN or whatever, it's always about how horrible shit is going in the world, how shit's getting blown up, people are dying, and terrorism, Donald Trump, blah blah. Okay, so anyways, I decided that, I talk so much about, disliking naysayers, and I was thinking to myself, am I a naysayer? And honestly, to be honest, just make sure I'm still recording. To be honest, I think actually, there's a lot of times where I'm subconsciously naysayer without even knowing it, which is actually a little bit scarier. So for example, when people tell me ideas or dreams they have in life, my gut reaction is to things like, oh, that's stupid or that's foolish, and the reason why that's not good is because X, Y, and Z. And I was thinking about it, I'm like, you know what? I want to be the change, be like Gandhi and be the change which I wish to see in the world. So if I'm going to want to be more motivational and positive, I'm going to start myself by not being negative. So now my new ambition is, whenever people share me ideas, their dreams, or concepts they have, rather than being like, oh, you know, you're gonna fail because X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna try to figure out ways which I could help them succeed and to encourage them. And obviously, like, if I hear what I consider a bad idea, you know, I'm not just going to blindly tell them to, you know, pour their entire life savings into do something, but trying to encourage people and figure out ways which could actually help them succeed. So essentially it means giving people constructive critiques, constructive criticism, giving them ideas that actually will help empower them in a positive way. And I think this is one thing that I actually really like about improv and improv artists, is that there's a saying like yes and. So if you want to keep the chain going in improv, rather than being a naysayer, you have to be a yay-sayer, which means, you know, someone's doing a skit and then they start doing something stupid or crazy, and then you have to say yes and add on top of it. And to me, it's a much more positive way. And I think society generally tends to work a lot better this way, is that if you say yes and, then rather than negating other people, you build upon the work of others, you stay more positive, and, you know, society and you essentially grow as a whole. So just as an experiment, I would just encourage you to, once again, distance yourself from naysayers. Whenever people start telling you reasons why you're stupid or why you're gonna fail, blah blah, just be like, just, you know, turn a blind eye to them or to close your ears. So even like for myself, I generally don't read YouTube comments or any comments at all, because honestly, like, most people's comments, it's like there's two types of comments. One, they're like, you're awesome, you're the best, which is nice, it's like a nice pat on the back, but actually doesn't give you any interesting or important information. Then there are people who are like, you suck, you should die. There's like, okay, that's not really positive too. And generally, the people's feedback who really, really matter to me will essentially get filtered to me in one way or another, generally through, you know, eventually, yeah, through personal means and personal communication. So that means as an entrepreneur, you have to follow your own gut, you have to do things in accordance to what feels right to you, and you have to always find reasons to be positive. So if you want less people to be naysayers in your life, start out by first being a yay-sayer yourself. So encourage your friends, your family, other people who have big dreams. Spend more time with college kids and high school students. They're often a lot more positive than anybody over the age of 30. So yeah, always stay childish, stay foolish, you know, do cool shit, break stuff. And I actually found that a good way for me to refine my inner child is watch a lot of Miyazaki Studio Ghibli films. Keep a smile on your face, and yeah, just know that you could do it. Life's too short for you to be boring or do boring stuff. While we're still alive, let's make the best use of this life and to continue to empower ourselves and the rest of humanity. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Peace out.